Hello and welcome here on DYOR to the very first episode of Crypto News, where we talk about the recent happenings in the crypto and finance space. Today is a very hot day and it's super hot in that office, so I want to keep it short, just talking about the recent happenings. So a lot of stuff happened over the past 7 days. I quickly want to go into it, give you the most relevant data, also what I'm currently doing with these kind of news came out with Binance, Coinbase, and the price movements. So as always, I will talk about financial topics. Please do not make decisions based on my opinions and my informations. Always do your own research. And with that being said, let's jump into it. So as always, we start here on Coinbase. Not Coinbase. Coinbase is a topic, but we start on CoinMarketCap. So we see a lot of volume, a lot of traction happened over the past 7 days, especially when we look at the Bitcoin chart. Here we saw that huge event. So the 24-hour volume, talking about 12 billion, 14 billion, 17, 20 billion. That's a lot of money going through the market. And why is that happening? That happened because of Binance and the SEC, first of all, and then Coinbase followed. So the SEC went against Binance to quickly cover it. The SEC filed Binance for some claims. We're talking about 13 claims, and the most important ones of them is actually that they have unregistered security exchange. So they are broker or they dealing with unregistered securities. And unregistered security exchange or having such a thing is actually super illegal. And therefore the SEC went into it and said, hey, you guys are doing something wrong. And especially one guy, and that is CZ, the founder of Binance. And he's also officially stated in that document, and we saw some stuff happening actually. I quickly just made myself some notes that I don't forget the most important things. And one thing is also that we even have to think about a red notice for CZ. Some really Interpol action going on here. Would be quite crazy when you think of it. But it was also some mishandling of funds, and this was a big part of the filing against CZ and Binance, that they mishandled some funds. And this is obviously something super dangerous, not only for the customers, but also for holders of tokens. And the most dangerous thing is obviously for them and for CZ. And we saw some transactions going out in billions of dollars and going for yachts and stuff like this. So this is not positive. And at the end, I will also tell you guys what I'm doing with the rest or the big part of the funds that I still have on Binance. Because I'm actually a DeFi guy. So most of my money is in DeFi protocols or just stored on my ledger, or better said, on the blockchain, secured with my ledger. And yes, but this is it. More or less, actually, one thing I quickly want to cover is still that tweet from the SEC. Today, we charged Binance Holding, Binance BAM trading services with a variety of security law violations. And it was funny to see that. So the Binance Chief Compliance Officer 2018 stated, we are operating as a fucking unlicensed security exchange in the US, bro. Who bro is, we don't know. I think it's CZ, but we can just make assumptions. Still, the filing is here, the negativity and the consequences are here. I mean, the consequences have to be cleared still, but it's not looking too good. 2 days later, actually, SEC sues Coinbase for breaking US security rules. Same goes here. Today we charged Coinbase Inc. with operating its crypto assets trading platform as an unregistered national security exchange, broker, clearing agency, and for failing register the offer and sale of its crypto staking as a service program. Actually funny, Ben Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, went out and said, we're not taking down this staking as a service program that they offer, and we will go against the SEC. We will fight for crypto. And we will see where that ends. I'm actually quite optimistic for Coinbase at least, because it seems like they're the good guys, but we don't know yet. I mean, we saw that with FTX, and I mean, one last thing about Coinbase is actually they are listed on the stock exchange. So the SEC had to make their due diligence before they went on the stock exchange. And obviously they had their okay to go on the stock exchange. So before Coinbase went on the stock exchange, the SEC had to make their due diligence and they had to say it's okay. So why is it now not okay? So it seems like the rules have changed. We don't know. But time will tell. But I think for now, it's just a super negative thing for the market. To summarize, I think SEC made quite some trouble, and I think their handling is not the best. If rules change, they still can't really say which tokens are securities and which not. They are unsure, as it seems, because also when we look at the list of tokens which are securities on each exchange, there are differences. So Solana, for example, I think is a security on Coinbase but not on Binance, and the BNB token is a security on Binance but not on Coinbase. So it seems like there's a lot of confusion in the air. And also Coinbase went for the SEC and asked him already a year ago, what is the definition of a security? And can you tell us which are securities and which not? And they were not able to. This is not good. And I think the SEC has one job, and this is their job. They should define that and make clear regulations for the crypto exchanges out there. Not good from the SEC. Not good from Binance is that CC takes that so easy, as it seems, and just come up with 4. It's all FUD. I think that's not good. It should be a clear statement, and you should acknowledge if you make mistakes and all that thing with also mishandling funds. That's a big red flag, and we need also clearance on this one. Exactly. So we will see where this is going. I heard there was a lot of volume going on in the DeFi market since that was happening in the CeFi market. Weren't able to find that really. Uniswap had, I think, instead of 800 million a day, they had 1.2 billion. I mean, it's not like the big time increase. We saw way bigger increases in just normal days. So this is not really a thing which I want to cover. One thing is the crypto volatility index went further down. So obviously we had some spikes, but still the volatility of the market in general is not that big of a deal at the moment. And this, probably to go one step further, actually, I want to cover how the market is generally looking. My thing is still, I think we're in some kind of a scenario of 2018 at 2019, where we just had a long time downtrend. Not a lot of stuff were going on in the markets. We had boring times, not optimistic times, and I think something like this will come now. I think will not a lot of stuff happen over the past few months and years even, or until the next bull market starts approximately end of 2024. This is my take on that. Possibly we see more movements happening in the US, also with the US dollars, which could impact the Bitcoin or different cryptocurrencies in various ways. We will see that, but up until I think in the crypto market as a fundamental thing, not a lot of stuff will happen. Exactly. This is my point, because I heard a lot of voices which said we're heading into a new bull market now, and I think that's not correct. Would be quite strange actually when we look at the history of Bitcoin too, and the history of the whole volume which went into the crypto market. But with that being said, there is not so much boring stuff. There's actually more interesting stuff happening than many probably think when we look a bit deeper into the space, because in the DeFi sector, a lot of innovation is happening. We're talking about layer 2s, we're talking about LSTs, liquid stake derivatives, we're talking about perp DEXs, we're talking about, that AI, VR, AR thing, that kind of hype went a bit on with that Apple headset release, or how is it called, like Apple glasses. And I think it's kind of, I don't know, I'm not close on it at the moment, but probably this will change when I try it out. But I also have the Oculus VR glasses at home, and I think it's just overhyped. So layer 1s, also a narrative which some products are pushing onto. Layer 1s are always a big thing. They need a lot of funding. We did not see a lot of VC money going into the market in 2023. I don't know how that development goes for these layer 1s, which are now developing, still placing some funds in interesting DeFi protocols, or also different kind of protocols which are now heavy on building, is probably a good move heading into 2024 and 2025, when we expect the next big move to the upside. Exactly. If you have questions about some protocols, we're talking about Level, DYDX, GMX, MUX, Velodrome, Synthetics. We have so much GMD. We have so much cool protocols in here, also Pendle, Libra, so much cool protocols, and it's so hard to explain them all, especially in one video. But yes, just take a look into it. Look into some protocols, look into some Twitter accounts. For example, this one here. Actually, I do not follow this guy. I just saw it on Substack. I thought it's a cool breakdown of a lot of cool protocols, but a lot of people are tweeting that on Twitter. We have a lot of interesting Substacks. I also personally follow some, the Daily Degen. It's a cool format on Substack, by the way. So yeah, with that being said, if you want to hear more about these DeFi plays, let me know. I would appreciate it. Happy to talk about some. Also can talk about with some degens and make some podcasts around that topic. Definitely interesting. Yes, with that being said, I would say let's end the video right here. Was a good first video for DYOR. A lot of stuff happened over the past 7 days. I hope that will be the same for the next 7 days, but a bit more optimistic, please. And we will see each other in the next video. I would highly appreciate if you can drop a like or a comment if you want to see more of this kind of content. Feel free to subscribe to that channel, and we will see each other in the next video. See you then. Bye-bye.